hang it up on that wall.
Yeah, I could do that.
Mount it. So you can sit in your bath and watch TV and.
I'd never come out.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If I take my hat off, my hair is really bad.
I'm
I'm just gonna keep my hat on.
I was hoping that like my hair didn't look bad enough because my hair's a fucking shit show right now. But I was hoping that it wouldn't look bad enough
It doesn't.
on camera.
I
haven't watched it in like a week and a half.
My friend M does that too. I don't know how.
And I've only had to put dry shampoo in it like twice.
My hair gets so greasy so fast.
It's because you wash it so much. My hair used to do the same thing until I trained it to not.
And then it itches if I don't.
I did the same thing to you at first.
No.
But I would go through like cans of dry shampoo before I finally trained my hair to be able to go weeks without. And I can go weeks. I could probably go up to like 4 weeks without actually washing my hair.
I heard it's good for your hair though.
Oh, that's how I've gotten my hair to get thicker. Yep.
You ready?
Thicker and healthier. Yeah. Have you been recording this whole time?
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm a dirty bitch.
Yeah.
My name's Kimberly Davis, and I'm a dirty bitch.
I'm not going to deny that. Oh, God.
You can keep that part if you want.
Okay. Hey, welcome back. Oh, I just got a text message. Sorry. Welcome back. Today I have Kyme with me again. I do not have an outline to go off of today, so we're just going to wing it.
Because we've already established that you're a lazy bitch.
I am not lazy. I was at the track Friday practicing, and I worked. Saturday, we raced. It was fire and ice, and that took like 4.5 hours.
Damn.
From when Strider started to when the last gate dropped. It was a long weekend because there was a crash and ambulance had to be called for that one.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
What happened?
Some kid hurt himself pretty good.
That sucks.
His tibia?
Tibia?
Yeah.
He
broke it in 2 spots.
Ooh, he crashed hard then. That's like a hard impact bone.
Yeah. So I don't know if his leg got tangled in his bike or I didn't see that crash because right before that crash there was another crash in first corner that took like 2 or 3 kids out, and so people were attending to one kid there, and then a crash happened in the third corner.
Golly.
And yeah, so I mean it was probably like 45-minute break there.
No shit.
Damn. Those poor kids.
Yeah, that kid had to have gone down real hard because it's really hard to break either of your leg bones.
Yeah.
And then to break it in 2, that's shitty.
Yeah, and then today, I think I was home by 3:30. I shoveled quick, ran to the grocery store, and now I'm here.
And I slept all day.
Must be nice.
Yeah, whatever. This is the first time actually that I've been able to get like decent sleep because I've been really busy or I just haven't been able to sleep. So I actually just drugged myself last night and slept for like a solid 12 and a half hours.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I woke up a lot this weekend when I was sleeping. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
But I did. I didn't sleep good.
Well, and I cracked my fucking ribs, so
oh yeah,
trying to sleep at all sucks right now.
She fell out of the bathtub, or she fell getting out of the bathtub.
I did.
And she broke some ribs.
A singular rib. It's just one rib. Thankfully. And it's not actually broken, it's just cracked.
A fracture?
Yeah, but then I got the bruised lung and
yeah.
So all of it just sucks. But you know what that means? They gave me the good drugs.
So I don't take those.
I've been a junkie for the last week.
Yeah, I don't take those when I get them.
I do. like that.
Mm-mm.
I'm way too big of a little bitch to deal with pain.
I'm not.
Just raw dog it. I can't do that.
Like when I fractured my wrist and had my concussion from racing,
Mm.
I didn't take, I didn't even ask for drugs. So,
But they gave them to you, huh?
not at the hospital. They gave me, I think they gave me a prescription,
Yeah.
but I didn't take them.
They're giving
When I
you one
had
instead.
tendonitis, they gave me the really extra strength Tylenol or ibuprofen,
Yeah.
and I didn't even use all those.
That's it. You know what? The extra strength ibuprofen shit is fucking stupid because it's literally just 4 regular ibuprofen.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Go to Costco, get the big ass thing of ibuprofen, and take 4 of
Mhm.
them bitches instead of 2, and it's the exact same thing as the prescription that they gave you at the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't like taking any of that stuff.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I just don't. I just suck it up, deal with the pain.
Yeah. I would be a royal cunt if I didn't. If I just sucked it up and dealt with pain, which is really funny because I go through a lot of pain getting tattoos.
Yeah.
But when it comes to any other kind of pain, I can't do it. I can't handle it.
Oh, I don't know. I've always had a high pain tolerance though, so
Yeah.
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 Like when I fucked my hand up at work, like that that hurt obviously because I hit it on a running motor
Yeah.
and it was bleeding everywhere, but like I still raced that weekend. It happened
Right.
on a Friday and I raced Saturday. I mean, I'm not
Mm.
gonna say it was nice and no pain or nothing. I still get some pain in that
Right.
hand, but
I mean, don't get me wrong. I haven't like stopped. And like Friday, I went with my friend. Went with my friend Kyle and his niece axe throwing. I
mm-hmm.
used my right arm only to throw, but then I had to bend over consistently to grab the damn axes.
And that I've never cracked a rib, so I don't know.
It hurts to do everything.
Yeah,
Everything.
and they can't do nothing for it.
No. It hurts to laugh. It hurts to breathe. It hurts to walk. It hurts to sit. It hurts to get up. It hurts to everything. Everything.
Well, Jason cracked 2 ribs,
Yeah, it's not
and he didn't know. Like when it happened, they were doing rescue race at a horse
fun.
show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
yeah. So rescue race is where one person stands at the end of the arena, and the other person on the horse comes running straight at him, and they got to jump on the back. And Taylor's knee caught Jason in the ribs and cracked
Yeah.
2 ribs.
And the way that they got to do it is like one of them has to grab what is that little thing
The horn.
the horn on the saddle. So the person that's like jumping up to get onto the horse has to like grab that and then just hoist themselves up on it
Yeah.
as the horse is actively running. And when he did it, yeah, Tate just fucking nailed him.
He just thought he got the wind knocked out of him, and then on the way home, he's like, "Oh, my ribs kind of hurt." I think he went like 3 days, and he finally went to the doctor.
Yeah, it took me a couple days to finally go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I just wanted to make sure I didn't fuck up my lungs or anything.
Right.
Like, fair enough.
See, I thought that I messed up my back again because it was like more so in my back area that hurt. But it was like the side of my back. So I'm like, that's weird. And at one point in time, I actually went, I went out to eat with a friend. I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, my fucking back is just killing me. And I like walked around and I was like, just dig your knuckle into this one spot. I think I got like a knot there or something. And I had him like just barreling his knuckle in the spot that hurt really bad. And then come to find out there's a cracked rib there.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so, you know,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Anyway, that's us.
Yeah.
We're shit shells all the time.
All the time. Mm-hmm.
So I know you wanted to talk about you moving to Washington and your childhood, adulthood trauma. We touching that today or not? What are we
Oh,
doing?
I didn't know we were talking about the childhood adulthood trauma shit.
You
I'm not
listen. She doesn't remember anything because she told me last time. Next time I come on, I'm gonna talk. about it. But if you don't want to, that's fine.
Oh, but I mean, I'll talk about whatever the hell. Just ask me questions. I'll answer.
I
Ask
don't
me whatever you
have
want.
any questions prepared
God,
because I'm a
damn it.
lazy bitch.
I'll see. Yeah, no, I'll talk about anything. I don't really give a shit. I'll
Okay.
talk about it all.
So why are you moving to Washington?
I am moving to Washington because my grandmother is showing signs of early Alzheimer's, early onset Alzheimer's. She's getting progressively worse. Doctors have said that she needs somebody at home with her 24 hours. And we as a family basically collectively agreed that we wouldn't put her in a home because her mom was like legitimately abused and died in a home.
Okay.
And so she's scared of that. So we all collectively promised that we wouldn't put her in a home. And I'm the only one that can really kind of uproot and go out there.
Yeah.
And so I agreed to go out there and make sure that, nothing happens to her. She is declining pretty badly. Last year, she went through a series of medical things that the doctor straight up said, like, I don't know how she's still alive. Like, she should be dead at this point. And after talking to my aunt Anna, who's out there and brings her to all of her doctor's appointments and everything, they apparently are currently in the talks of taking off of like all of her life expanding medication.
Okay.
So anything that's like her heart meds, her cholesterol meds, things that are potentially keeping her alive.
Why are they doing that?
Because another one of my grandma's big fears is Alzheimer's. So that's what her mom had, Alzheimer's and dementia. And rather than keep her alive and make her suffer, especially considering we can't put her in like a home, assisted living, nursing home, anything like that. Um, they are essentially making the decision to let her body do
What it?
what it's going to
Yeah.
do
Okay.
and just keep her on like pain meds to keep her comfortable because she's got a lot of shit. Like she can't get anything done right now because her heart is so bad. So she can't get any dental work done and her teeth are really bad. She can't get her hip replaced because her heart is so bad.
Okay.
She's got a really bad hip. Like she's got a lot of things that are wrong with her, but she can't get any of those things done because of how bad her heart is and how many heart attacks she's already had and the fact that they think that she was having like mini strokes last year and the fact that she's already a fall risk
Yeah.
and the fact that she like the last time that she fell, she had a really, really bad concussion and they wanted to put her in like a rehab center. And she checked herself out like a couple days later because she didn't want to be in a facility.
Yeah.
So at that point, like at this point, it's just kind of more of a instead of making her take all of this, cocktail of medication and prolonging her life that is clearly just kind of miserable, just let her body do what it does and
let nature take its course.
And that's not
basically.
even right. But this isn't even like solidified. Like nothing's been set in stone. As of right now, she's still taking all her medication. Okay. They're just kind of talking about potentially doing something like that.
Yeah.
Whether they do or not, I have no idea. But I know that I'm going out there for a year. That's the like allotted amount of time that I've given everybody is I'll come out there for a year and stay with her. If she doesn't pass before the year is over, um, I genuinely think that she'll be so cognitively not there anymore that we could probably put her in a home and she wouldn't even realize it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I'm essentially going out there to wait out my grandma to die.
Yeah.
Is what it is. But I have to be the one that's like tells her to take her medication and check on her in the mornings to make sure that, she didn't pass in her sleep. Make sure she didn't fall or something. I have to cook for her because she can't cook anymore, and so she doesn't eat like healthy shit anyway.
Yeah.
She eats like bowls of cereal or things she can throw in the microwave really fast, or sandwiches, or stupid shit. So I have to go out and actually cook her real food. Um, Clean her house because apparently her house has just gone to shit. And my aunt Anna's been trying to do all of this stuff for her, but I mean, Anna's works a government job, full time government job. She's got a kid that isn't even hers that she's raising,
Mm.
and two other kids. I mean, her two other kids are grown adults, but I mean, she's got a life too, and she's been the one that's been essentially doing everything for grandma.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I just basically got to go out there and kind of take some of that off of Anna's plate.
Yeah.
And then, like I
That's
said,
a lot for one person.
uh-huh.
My grandma had dementia.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, all my uncles and my mom worked full time, and none of them could afford or had the choice to take time off to take care of her.
Right.
So, I mean, she stayed at her house till she couldn't stay there alone anymore.
Yeah.
And we knew it was getting really bad. Like, she called my brother one day and said, "Somebody stole my windows." Yeah. People are living in my attic. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
She'd call people and tell them the weirdest things.
Yeah.
And then I found out, so I got a call one time. Your grandma's in the hospital. She was having chest pains. So I'm like, oh. So I ran down there and I go in her room. I'm like, "Grandma, what happened?" And she's like, "Well, people are watching me through my curio." She's like, "So I was turning it around." I was like, "Grandma, you were trying to move. What the hell is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
I was like, "That's when you call us. We'll
Yep.
go move
Ouch.
stuff for you." But when it got to the point where she was losing weight and
Yeah.
like stuff, like I found a jar of jam her friend had made like 5 years before. And
Mm.
I was the grandkid that was like, "Grandma, I'm getting this garbage bag and we're throwing shit away." 'Cause she was like hoarding stuff too.
Yeah.
And she gets so mad at me. But I looked at her, I said, "Grandma, this jar is like 5 years old. You're
Yeah.
not eating it. You can't eat this. You'll get sick." Well, my friend that made it died, and I was just keeping it for. I was like, "Grandma, I get it. If you want, I'll scrape it out, and you can keep the jar. But you
Mm-hmm.
are not keeping this jam."
No. No.
So yeah, I
It's a
mean,
science experiment at that point.
it's hard to see your family members go through that.
Yeah.
I went and seen my grandma the day before she died, and she wasn't awake or anything.
Mm.
I was with her for like a half hour. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun.
Mm-mm.
Especially when your grandparents are like such a huge part of your life.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was like when my grandpa died. He was my hero.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I had talked to him that morning, the morning that he died.
That's good.
He had a blood clot,
Yeah.
so he was in the hospital. He had health issues. I don't remember what he was in the hospital for this time, but when they sat him up to eat his lunch,
It moved.
and he died.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I technically got to see my grandpa. I got to see my grandpa and talk to my grandpa the morning, the morning that he died. But they had kept him alive for like 3 days after that because they
why?
didn't realize that he was dead.
Oh,
Because like, so the way that my grandpa died, he had gotten heart surgery. He had to. I can't remember if he had to get the stent in or if they had to like redo a stent in his heart. Or there was something that happened with his heart. He had gotten heart surgery and he was in a rehab facility for a while. And then they let him go home. And I was at work this day. I was at work. He had to go somewhere and he also had diabetes on top of it. And so I had to go somewhere, or he had to go somewhere. He went to go and put um my grandma and grandpa's old cat down.
Okay.
And then he was running somewhere else. He was doing some like errands or whatever. And he ended up getting into like a car accident where I don't know if it was his diabetes or what it was, but he essentially like sideswiped the medians on like bridges and stuff on the highway and
Mhm.
got into a car accident, was at the hospital. Well, I got home from work that night and grandma's like, I don't know where your grandpa's at. Will you start calling around to the hospitals and see if he's there?
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, yeah, we can do that. So we ended up figuring out where he was at. We went down to go pick him up and we brought him home. They told us that it was a diabetic thing, that his sugars dropped and he got confused and disoriented and went off the road.
Mhm.
Um, and then I can't remember if it was that night or if it was the following night, but it was like midnight. And my grandma woke me up and she's like, hey, we got to bring your grandpa to the hospital because something's going on with his heart. I'm like, okay. So brought him in and they're like, all right, well, we're going to. And at this point, we lived like probably 45 minutes away from Louisville because we had moved out of Louisville to Radcliffe.
Okay, is this the grandma that you're gonna go?
Hmm.
So she moved from Kentucky to Washington?
Washington after
Okay.
my grandpa died. Yeah. But we had moved, yeah, like 45 minutes outside of Louisville, and all of his doctors were in Louisville, Kentucky. And so we brought him to the Radcliffe Hospital, and they're like, yeah, we think there's something going on with his stent. He's probably going to need to get surgery to get it fixed.
Mhm.
We're going to transport him down to Louisville. And we're like, all right, cool. So me and grandma left and went home. We're like, we'll meet you down at the hospital tomorrow because it wasn't like an emergency or
Yeah.
anything like that. And so then we get down to the hospital the next day, and had taken off work because I knew that he was going to have to get heart surgery again. And we get down there, and they were like, "Yeah, something happened. The surgeon like needed um, to do an emergency surgery or something like that. So they pushed my grandpa's surgery off a little bit, and they're like, "We're not going to do it until later." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go into work. I'll come back after work."
Yeah.
And I left. Well, then come to find out that they had taken him off of all of his like machines and everything to bring him down to do like a CT scan or something before surgery.
Mhm.
And when they brought him back up, the nurse that brought him back up didn't hook him back up to like his heart monitor and stuff right away and walked out of the room to go and grab something. Well,
Mm.
when he walked out of the room, my grandpa died and nobody knew it. Like he completely flatlined and he wasn't hooked up to anything. So they didn't know. And my grandma was on the phone with my Uncle Steve, I believe, at the time, letting him know, like, yeah, he just came back from x-ray. He's sleeping. My grandma thought he was sleeping.
Yeah.
He's sleeping right now. We're waiting for the surgeon so he can go in and get in and get this taken care of and whatever. Well, then the nurse came back in to get him hooked up and was like trying to wake him up, and they couldn't wake him up. And so they did CPR and all that and got him back,
Yeah.
got him on his heart monitor. They didn't realize that he was brain dead. And so they put him in the ICU, and he was in the ICU for like 2 days. He ended up becoming septic. At one point in time, they were talking about amputating his leg from the knee down because his leg was literally like rotting. Like his foot
Hmm.
was dying and rotting.
Yeah.
And then they finally realized like there's no brain activity at all. Like this man is dead. We're keeping him alive. And so that's when they pulled him off. But he was completely fine. He was up talking, giving me shit that morning.
That's so crazy.
Hmm.
I bet that nurse felt really bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I don't know exactly how long he like was dead for before they got him back. Like I don't know how long that whole period of time was, but
Mhm.
it was long enough to where when they did get him back, he didn't have brain activity,
Right.
and so he had to have been dead for I'd say probably at least 4 to 5 minutes
Yeah.
before they got him back,
Yeah.
and nobody realized it. So.
That's crazy.
Hmm. Yeah. So I did technically see him and talk to him the day that he died. And I was in the room when we took him off life support.
Yeah.
I actually I went to work that day too because he was in the ICU and like my family was giving me updates throughout the day on how he
Yeah.
was doing. But at that point, like we all thought, because the doctors basically made it seem like it was kind of a 50-50 toss up of whether or not he was going to make it or not. But they were hopeful that he was going to make it. And like my uncle Steve and my aunt Anna had all both flown in, and they were at the hospital consistently all the time. And everybody was like, "Just go to work. Just go to work. There's nothing you can do here at the hospital. You're
Mhm.
just gonna sit here." I'm like, "Okay." So I went to work, and for whatever reason at that time, like I didn't have a cell phone at that time for some reason. I don't remember why. I didn't have a cell phone, and I did have a work phone, but no, none of my family had my work phone number.
Mhm.
And we were supposed to have like a family dinner at our house after work that day. And I got home and like there was crock pots and everything was still on, everything was cooking. There was stuff on the stove, but the stove wasn't on and everything was like half cooked and then nobody was there. And I'm like, what the fuck is going
Yeah.
on? And so I get home and I call my dad, and my dad's like, don't ask questions, just get down to the hospital. And like I knew what that was. I knew what that meant. I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
And I took off and I was just in hysterics. Like I was losing my mind driving down to the hospital. I got pulled over going 94 miles an hour in a 35.
And he let you
He
go?
let me go, yeah.
Yeah.
But like I was freaking out so bad that like I was trying to grab like my insurance and my registration and all my paperwork and everything. And I was trying to hand it to him and like my hands were shaking, so papers were falling and like I'm crying. And like he didn't even take my information back to the car to run it or nothing. He just handed it back to me and he's like, "You need to slow down because one of two things." He's like, "One of two things are going to happen, and you're not going to make it to him." He goes, "Either you're going to get pulled over again and they're going to take you to jail, or you're going to
Mhm.
crash and you're going to be right there with them."
Right.
They're like, "You need to chill and just get down there to him." And so he did. Yeah, I mean, they could have hauled my ass off to jail right then and there if he wanted
Right.
to. But and then I got to the hospital and like I was in the parking ramp and I didn't even park in a parking spot. You know, in parking ramps when you're like coming up to the turns, there's that
Yeah.
wide open big corner spot. I
Yep.
literally just wedged my car right there and got out.
Did you get a ticket? Wow.
Yeah, so I was just kind of ignoring all of the rules that day. I was like, fuck all of you, I'm getting to the hospital.
Yeah.
But I got there and there was a chair sitting there waiting for me next to him. And yeah, so
So then he passed away and your grandma moved. So is this on your dad's side then?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So then she moved to Washington.
Yeah, so my grandma didn't know it, but my grandpa, I think my grandpa knew that he was going to die soon
Mhm.
because he like started stashing money. And
Oh.
he called my aunt Anna at one point in time and was like, when I pass, you needed to make sure that you take care of your mom because your brothers aren't going to do it. And like, I think he knew that it was coming. And so, um, when he passed, Anna obviously lives out in Washington. She can't take care of my grandma if she lives in Kentucky. So she found her like this cute little, it's almost like a trailer home, but it's not a trailer home.
It's
It's
like a tiny home almost.
kinda, kinda, but it's bigger. Like,
Is it like one of those modular homes?
yeah, yeah, yes, yes and no. So she lives in like a senior community, and all of the homes in there are basically like modular homes, like nice little mobile homes. But hers is weird because it's almost like it started as a modular home and then they
Mhm.
added on to it because it's like an L shape.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's got like a cute little porch and like a little backyard, fenced in backyard, and then there's like a sloped what are they called? Like the lean-tos or whatever, but it's not a lean-to, it's like a car park.
Okay.
So yeah, hers is it's I don't know. It's not a house, but it's not a mobile home either. I don't
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain what hers is. But they found one of those for really cheap and bought it outright for and it's only like I don't know, probably 10 minutes away from my Aunt Anna's
Oh,
house.
nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And so we actually both moved out there. We both just took off and moved out to Washington because I went with her.
Mhm.
And yeah, Grandpa died in January. And then we were gone by, I think it was April, March or April was when we moved out there. And I flew out there with one of the cats and I stayed there for like a week before my grandma and Aunt Anna got out there with the U-Haul and all the
Oh,
shit.
because they drove it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And it took them forever to get out there because obviously there's no smoking. And at the time, my grandma was a chain smoker.
Oh.
So she had to stop like every half hour to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
Um, and then, yeah, yep. And then I lived out there for a while with her until my brother decided that he wanted to
Come into the
come
world.
into the world. Yeah. But so, yeah, I mean, my grandma's lasted a lot longer than I thought that she would last without my
Yeah.
grandpa.
Yeah.
Because it'll be, I think, 11 years this month. 11 or 12 years since my grandpa died this month. Which is fucking wild to think about because it literally feels like it just happened 2 years ago.
Mhm.
But yeah, she's lasted a while.
Right.
And she was still kicking pretty good all the way up until all this, all of her hard shit started happening last year.
Yeah.
I mean, she would get sick a lot. She'd get like pneumonia a lot, or colds, or flus, or like random illnesses a lot. So I knew that like her immune system was kind of starting to dwindle.
Mhm.
But everything else, yeah, once she had those heart attacks last year, she just went straight downhill.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you said you'd never go to Kentucky again?
Unless I absolutely have to. No, no,
Because you
no.
lived there for how many years?
I lived there for like half my life, basically, because my parents would ship me down there.
In the summers.
Not in the summers. Well, when I was a teenager, I had to go there in the summers because my dad lived there, and so I'd have to go down there to see my dad. But like growing up, because my mom was 15 when she had me, and my dad literally just turned 18. My mom turned 16 a month after I was born. And so my parents were young.
Mhm.
And so, and like right after they had me is when my grandparents moved back down to Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
And then it was just my mom's parents up here. And my mom's parents weren't like my mom's parents, my grandpa Bill and my grandma Sandy, they loved me and they would take me anytime they could.
Mhm.
But they didn't agree with my mom and dad being together and like getting married and stuff. Um, and so 9 times out of 10, anytime my parents like couldn't afford me for a while, or they just couldn't handle having a kid, or whatever the case may be, they shipped me up to Kentucky,
Mm.
and my grandparents would keep me for a year or 2 years, and I would go to school down there, and I would do whatever, and I just
Yeah.
lived with my grandparents. Oh, and then
Like, how do
um,
you think that affected you, like, mentally? Because when you're a kid and you get shipped to your grandparents' house for like a year, 2 years,
right,
completely different school, completely different everything.
everything, yeah. I guess I don't know. I never really thought about that, to be honest with you.
Which is probably a good thing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, honestly, I'm kind of grateful for it because it was more stability with my grandparents
yeah, oh yeah.
than it would have been with my parents.
Mhm.
Like honestly, to be fair, I kind of wish that my parents probably would have just shipped me down there and kept me down there. Like let my grandparents raise me completely because my parents were shit shows growing up, absolute shit shows. And that wasn't even just in my teen years. Like my mom became a shit show when I was a teen. My dad was a shit show before that. And
Yeah.
so like it was, yeah, my parents were just not fantastic until all of their kids were grown and they didn't have to be parents anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think that's where my love of road trips and stuff came from though, is quite literally going back and forth from Kentucky to Minnesota my whole life.
But your grandparents here, would they take you in too?
Yeah, we lived with my grandparents here for quite a while actually when I was younger. We lived on a farm. And I used to go, so my grandparents rented a farm from this guy and they got really, really cheap rent because they agreed to help take care of the farm animals.
Mm.
And so we would go out and do farm work. I'd go out and help feed the cows and the horses and the pigs and stuff every morning.
Yeah.
And we would go and help bale hay, and we would do like all of those things.
Yeah.
Um, but that was with my grandpa Bill and my grandma Sandy. And my grandma Sandy was the one that like held my mom's side of the family together. Once my grandma Sandy died, that's when my mom's side of the family fell apart. That's when we stopped doing
Christmases and stuff.
get-togethers at all because we used to do dinners like every Sunday at my grandma's house. But yeah, now like each individual family doesn't really get together often anymore. Like we all kind of stay in touch, but we don't really get together as often, you know.
Yeah.
The sisters don't see each other. My Aunt Kim is completely out of the picture. Like nobody really has anything to do with her. Um, my Aunt Carrie lives all the way out in Pine City, and nobody really sees her very often anymore unless like we make the effort to go up there and see her. Um, yeah, so it's I don't know. It's sad, really, but
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, obviously, like me and Amber, we don't see each other often, but that's my best friend in life.
Yeah.
Same with her brothers and her sister. My cousin Holly and my cousin Sean, I see them a couple times a year. Love them to death. But
And
yeah.
your dad's whole family was down in Kentucky.
Yep, and I can't stand
Any of them?
any of them.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't want the only there's like other than my sister Bethany and my stepbrother Michael, there's my cousin Lewis, who I talk to on a regular basis, but he doesn't really have anything to do with any of our family either. And he is the kid of the uncle that died. So my uncle Lewis died before Lewis was born in a car accident. Yeah. So he's normal.
He's normal.
He's normal. He's married. He's got two little boys. Has a really good job. Nice family. Like he's doing good for himself. Him and I talk a couple times a year, and it's normally just like about grandma or the family or whatever the case may be. But like we don't. I watch his family grow on Facebook, stuff like that. But there's no animosity with him and I. There's no like we can't stand each other type of anything. And then like my aunt Anna's daughters, I don't really talk to them, and they don't really have like social media or anything like that. But I don't have any animosity with them either. We just don't communicate. Like we don't talk.
Yeah.
We're not in each other's lives at all. But like if we see each other, it's totally chill, you know.
Oh yeah.
But that's it. Like that. Those are the only people on my dad's side of the family that I'm cool with. Everybody else can fucking kiss both sides of my ass. I don't want anything to do with any of them. There's one. There's one of my cousins that if I see her, I will go to jail. I will go to jail. She put hands on my grandma.
How awful.
Yeah. She put hands on my grandma, and so there will be hands put on her at one point in time.
Yeah.
At some point, she'll get it back. But right now, it is what it is. I don't. That's why I don't. That's why I don't go to Kentucky anymore. I don't.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, there's not. I mean, plus like going down there with just knowing that like I grew up there with my grandma and my grandpa. Like I don't have my grandpa anymore. I'm about
Yeah.
to not have my grandma. And so like it's almost like losing my grandparents is more so like losing my parents than it is losing my grandparents. It's like yeah, I have my parents, but my mom is more so my child or my sister than my mom. And
Yep.
my dad is like I mean my dad is my dad, yeah, but I don't have that feeling of like a parental unit with my dad either. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
don't I guess I don't like I don't have a bad relationship with my dad, but I don't look at him as like
A dad.
yeah. I mean I look at him as that's my dad, but I don't have that like parental bond. I don't know what it is. It's like you're my family, but you're my family. But
Yeah.
like my grandparents, my grandma, my grandpa, those were my parents. And
Mhm.
so losing them is like losing my parents. So when my grandpa died, I fucking lost my mind. That's when I got my DUI.
Yeah, that was after you moved to Washington.
Uh-huh. Lost my mind. I was drunk all the time. I was drinking while I was working. I would work doubles at work and then I'd like go to happy hour in between shifts and get fucking hammered. And then I'd stop at a liquor store and like get little bottles, the little shooter bottles.
Mhm.
And luckily I was a waitress at the time, so like it didn't matter. I'd go out on smoke breaks and I'd pour the liquor into my cups that I was drinking off of while I was working.
Mhm.
And I was just constantly drunk. I was doing drugs. I like I skipped a Thanksgiving one year because the night before I went out with a couple friends and ended up doing a whole bunch of cocaine and I slept through Thanksgiving the next day. My whole family was like blowing up my phone and couldn't get through to me.
Did anybody like try to be like, "Hey, you need fucking help," or
I mean, not necessarily. My aunt Anna's always been kind of my aunt Anna's always been like the tough love type. I tell everybody that my aunt Anna's a bitch because my aunt Anna is a bitch. She's the first person to admit it. Like she'll tell you straight up, I'm a fucking bitch. But she like she never necessarily said like you need help. Her thing was always you're not gonna amount to anything. Like
if you continue
you keep
this?
living like this. Like you're not gonna do shit with your life.
Mhm.
You're gonna end up like this and this and this. Like if you got kicked out on your ass right now, you wouldn't be able to survive. Blah blah blah. And so then when I left because my brother, she gave me the same spiel like, you're not going to amount to shit. You're not going to do anything with your life. Oh, ouch. And so, yeah. I mean, she never really said, you need help or anything like that. Like, she never, hey, why don't we get you into treatment? Hey, why don't we do this and this and this? It was more so just like, hey, you're a piece of shit. Why don't you stop doing that?
Do you think if somebody would have said that to you, you would have?
No. I needed to
Because
get,
at that time you
yeah,
weren't at rock bottom.
right. I needed to get that DUI. 100%. I needed to get that DUI. I needed to crash my car. I needed to see the car after the crash. I needed all of that. As bad as it sucks and as bad as I hate like saying, yeah, I have a DUI, because nobody wants to fucking admit that, but no, I needed it. 100% I needed it because I was doing anything and everything at that point to just not feel anything.
Yeah.
Like, I was stealing my grandmother's pain medication. Like I was doing everything I could to just not feel anything.
Yeah. So what, like, when your grandma passes, like, what are you gonna do different? Is it because this, like, you kind of, I don't want to say, like,
I'm expecting it.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, that's different than having the news, like, somebody passed away that you
Right.
weren't expecting to pass away.
Right. I've had a lot of talks actually with a lot of people about like if you see me going down, like if you see me doing things that aren't typical.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm kind of a shit show anyway.
Yeah, we
Like
know.
right. But like you know me, so like if
Yeah.
you see me getting shitty drunk in the middle of the week, I don't get drunk during the week.
No.
I don't. I might go out and have a beer at dinner with somebody, but I don't get hammered drunk during the middle of the week.
No.
I don't even really get drunk very often anymore, or let alone really go out and drink very often anymore. So like if people see me going out a lot or doing things that I don't necessarily do anymore,
Mhm.
I know that I have the right people around me here in Minnesota. They're gonna sit me down and say, "You need to get help.
Mhm.
You need to fix your shit before you ruin your life again." Because it
Yeah.
took me a lot to climb out of that hole that I put myself in with my grandpa.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference is I went from losing my grandpa to moving out to a place where nobody knew me. Everybody out there knew me as the person that I was after my grandpa died.
Oh.
And so
Yeah.
they didn't see the signs of what I was doing to myself and where I was and who I was. Whereas everybody here knows who I am and they can see the signs of me
Mhm.
not doing the things that I need to be doing.
Right.
And so I think that I think I have the support system that I need here. Like, don't get me wrong, I think that I'm probably gonna lose my mind a little bit when my grandma dies.
Oh, I think
But
everybody loses their mind a little bit when somebody you're close to passes.
right.
I mean, that's normal,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I mean, you can't let it take over your whole life and
Right.
every day, all day.
Right. Plus now I have my brother and I use my brother
Yeah.
as an anchor for a lot of things. A
Mhm.
lot of things. My brother is like,
Your child.
yeah, well, yeah, yeah, that. But like when even if I feel myself just kind of slipping into like a depression or like I'll get into those moods where I just don't want to do anything for weeks on end and I
Mhm.
just let myself go and it is what it is sort of deals. I'll like I'll bring my brother out and I'll do something with my brother and it'll snap me
Mhm.
back into reality. Like this is why you're doing what you're doing.
Yep.
It's for this little boy. And so yeah, I think that like I'm preparing myself for it to happen.
Mhm.
I think that I have the support system that I need here to be able to get through it without losing my shit. And I don't have to like ask like I mean obviously asking for help isn't a bad thing, but I don't think that I'm going to have to ask for help or get to a place where I help is forced on me here because everybody's going to see it. Everybody's going to know if it
Yeah.
gets to a point that somebody needs to intervene.
And we'll call you out on it.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
So,
And so I don't I'm not overly I mean I am worried about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm definitely worried that I'm going to spiral. But I don't think that even if I do start spiraling, I don't think it'll last long because either I'll snap myself out of it because of my brother or one of my friends will snap me out of it. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you think your dad will be after?
I don't think he's going to do well.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think my dad's going to do well and it sucks because like my dad doesn't really have a support system either. And like
I mean, do you think you guys could like be there for each other? Do you have that kind of
yeah, oh
relationship?
yeah. I mean we can, but to an extent because I live here and he lives in Kentucky. You know what I mean? So it's not like we can like really, really be there for each other. We can definitely try. We can talk every day. We can do all the things, but as far as like actually being there together to get through shit like this, we can't do that.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, him and his brother are starting to get a lot closer. So he'll have his brother
Mhm.
that he can talk to. And I would really, really hope that my sisters would be there for him. But both of my sisters are very much just kind of enthralled in their own lives.
Well, one sister has what, four kids?
4 kids, yeah.
Yeah.
And the other one's just a fucking shit show. I mean, I throw that word shit show around a lot, but Kelly is something. That's for another day. That's a whole fucking podcast episode in itself, that little
Yeah.
bitch is. But no. And then his wife doesn't do anything. She wasn't even really there for him when my grandpa died. So I don't expect her to be there when my grandma dies.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I know that he's not going to do well with it, but I don't know. I'm hoping that people step up for him, you know.
And maybe they will.
But I also know that my dad is a lot better with grief than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Like my dad's not going to spiral out of control and let his life get fucking crazy. Like he's
Yeah.
going to go to work. He'll probably go on his motorcycle pretty often and go on rides, and that's probably what he'll do. Is he'll probably just like drive his grief out on his motorcycle.
Yeah.
'Cause
I heard that's really good therapy.
yeah.
I don't have a motorcycle and I never will. So I don't think that will be mine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's probably what he'll end up doing, but I don't know. Uh, that's
What else you want to talk about?
I don't know if there's anything else we can really tie into.
Your grandma and moving to Washington?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
we can tie into to all of that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, girl. I just know that your house is starting to smell really good and it's making me hungry.
I know. Jason's cooking dinner.
Making my fat ass hungry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come back from Washington looking like a whole new person though.
Yeah, that's what you said. You're gonna get your shit together out in Washington.
You know, I'm gonna start fasting and lose all this.
How, like, okay, fasting. Have you looked into it yet?
Yes.
Because fasting, I could not do. I love my foods. I love my treats. It's starting to show now that I'm getting older.
Yeah.
But like, do you just like drink water?
Yeah. Water, water, tea, or coffee, but it's gonna be like black coffee. Well, really, it's anything that doesn't have calories. So it's not like.
But then how do you survive throughout the day?
What do you mean?
What do you need calories?
Yeah. So with fasting, what you do is you wake up in the morning and you have like a small breakfast, a very small breakfast, whether it be like an egg and a cup of or half a cup of uh, berries or something, or like I'm gonna do a high protein stuff,
Okay.
and so I'm gonna do probably like eggs and a couple slices of bacon, or something along those lines. Like I'm gonna do some nuts, do something really high protein, but it's gonna be small.
And that's gonna keep you full too. So
Right. And so then I'll do that in the morning, and then I can pair it with like a cup of black coffee or an herbal tea of some sort, something to give me caffeine. And then you just drink water from, say 8 o'clock in the morning until probably 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
I couldn't do that.
But then you can give yourself a suit. There's ones where you can do either 4 hour windows or 2 hour windows, where you can basically eat essentially whatever you want. Granted, you want to eat healthy because it's pointless to fast all day long and then just fucking gorge yourself with a bunch of carbohydrates and sugar, you know. So you want to eat healthy, but then you have either a 2 or 4 hour window where you can essentially eat as much as you want in those 2 to 4 hour windows. They recommend doing like one large meal and then like a snack and calling it a day. But then 8 o'clock at night, you stop eating again and you just drink water the
Yeah.
rest of the night. And then like sleeping is part of your fasting as well. And sleep is actually when your body starts to repair itself and like does all the things.
Yeah.
And so it's not like you're starving yourself of nutrients. And you can do like instead of instead of a small breakfast, you could do like a shake of some sort, like a nutrient shake, a protein shake, a meal replacement shake, something like that. Like if you feel like you need to add more nutrients to
Mhm.
your body, you can do something.
I just know when it's almost lunchtime at work, my body knows, and I get like super hungry and shaky and
Yeah,
nauseous,
I know.
and I don't like that.
Yeah.
So I just keep shoving food in my mouth.
Yeah, yeah. My body does the same thing too, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to get used to doing it this like this.
Yeah.
But but I'm gonna do it because yeah, I ain't even gonna tell you how much I weigh.
This is the heaviest I've ever been.
Yeah, this is the heaviest I've ever been.
Hmm.
And I ain't telling a single motherfucker how much I weigh right now. That shit's written down somewhere. So that way I can go back to it and reference it, in 6 months or whatever. But I, I'm not happy with how big I've let myself get.
But I have to think though, like I am very active.
Mm,
My job is not. My job is physical.
yep.
Um, I'm at the track 4 days a week.
Mm,
2 of those days is very intense. Like I want to throw up because I
right.
just did too much, and so I'm hoping some of it's just muscle. That's what I tell myself.
It probably is. It
So
probably is. See, and I'm the complete opposite of that. I sit at a desk for my job. I'm not up running around. I'm not up doing anything. And then I get home and then I sit on the couch and I go to bed. Like
yeah.
I'm not active at all.
Well, and then this is what really gets me is at night at like 4, not 4. What am I talking about? That's when I no. At like 8, between 8 and 9,
Mm,
I eat a snack cuz I have to take my meds,
sure.
and I have to eat when I take my meds. But do you think I would like pick a healthy snack? No. It's like fucking ice cream, a
Right.
chocolate granola bar, a fucking cookie. Like so that's yeah. I fuck
Yeah.
myself over that way.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that ice cream sundaes just hits the spot. Like tonight, it is gonna hit the spot, and I'm gonna
Well, you
love
can
it.
get like healthy ice creams too.
Kimmy, is there such thing as good healthy ice cream?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. It's called Halo Top.
Yeah, it probably costs an arm and a leg too.
Oh, it 100% does. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does. It's keto ice cream.
Oh yeah. Anything to do with keto.
What's crazy though is last time I lived out in Washington, I did the keto diet and I actually lost like fucking 25 pounds. When I
Mhm.
came back from Washington, I was the smallest that I had been since high school.
So with the keto diet though, when you quit that, you're most likely to gain your
Like
weight back.
really fast too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's why I wouldn't do it
Yep.
because I wouldn't want to stay on it.
For the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I said, I love my foods.
Hmm. Hmm. I mean, so do I. So do I. And that's why, like, I think that the whole fasting thing is going to be good for me because, granted, yeah, it's smarter to do healthy foods in your 2 to 4 hour window that you can eat whatever. But, like, I could have a really, really healthy dinner and then just a trash snack if I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, I could still eat. I should keep portions small too, you know?
I've been better about my portion control.
Hmm.
Well, partly because my stomach likes to be fucked up every once in a while now
Yeah.
because I'm old.
Right.
So stupid. But so yeah, I've been pretty good about that lately.
That's good.
Yeah. The other night we had spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so good. But I didn't go back. I did go back for seconds, but the first time I didn't take much, and then when I went back for seconds, it was just like a bite or two.
Right.
So it really doesn't count as seconds.
No. It's like a full plate
Yeah.
altogether.
Hmm.
Yeah. I got to get better at my portion control because you put it in front of me and I will devour it until my stomach hurts.
Yeah. See, I'm trying not to do that anymore. To like eat to the point where you're like in a food coma. You don't want to move. You don't want to do nothing.
I will eat myself sick, and I
It's
need to
so
not do that.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
When after I do that, sometimes I'm like, why did I just do that? Now I'm a
Yeah.
piece of shit the rest of the fucking day.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
And I'm gonna be hungry in 2 hours again. So
Yep.
why would I do that?
Exactly.
So
Yeah. I don't know.
it's
No,
just
I will. I just want to lose some weight, man. That's all I want to do. I want to lose some weight, get back down to a semi. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna actually be at like a healthy weight because realistically, a healthy weight I don't think is healthy.
no. Like I'd say I want to get back to where I was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
God no.
No.
I like my hip bone stuck out.
Mhm.
My collarbone stuck out so
Right.
far. That was
See, and that's the
not
thing too is
healthy.
I wouldn't mind getting back to where I was in high school because I've always been a big girl. But in high school, I was a big girl by standards then.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could get back to how big I was in high school, I'd be healthy now. Do you get what you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I was not healthy in high school. I was too underweight.
Skin and bones.
And that's why people thought I was on drugs.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And I never touched a drug in my life. Well, weed. I did a little bit in high school, not much.
Yeah.
But that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. And you were friends with all the people that just did everything.
Yeah.
Hung out with all the bad kids that did
I
everything.
did. And all the kids that loved to party. I liked to go to parties, but I didn't like to drink.
Yeah.
So I was still a good time.
Yeah. You were.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's all we got for you today. Kind of rambling. Go there. Oh, what?
What were you gonna say?
What were you gonna say?
I said I know. I said I know. We're just
We
talking
are.
about random bullshit now at this point.
Yeah, we are. That's kind of what makes podcasts good, though.
I know.
It's not scripted or anything. Okay, go there and make the week your bitch. Bye. I fucking hate this